Is this thing on? Hey friends, and welcome to another episode of The Jace Perspective. I'm your host, Terrible Ass Jace, and please keep in mind that we are here to have fun, no more, no less. If we agree, great, and if we don't, then we don't. And with all of that out of the way, let's jump right into today's topic. I don't know about y'all, but this disturbs my very soul. So on January 13th of 2025, I came across this picture, which was posted on Twitter. And I instantly had to look it up because I was like, nah, hell nah. This is AI. Has to be. This has to be fake news, has to be AI. And unfortunately, it is not AI. It's quite real, and it did happen. I did look it up. So, back in 2017, Anthony Anderson went on the Conan O'Brien talk show, and the interview that exposed this very weird behavior took place. All right, so according to Anthony Anderson, as he put it, when he was in his 20s, his early 20s, and came home from college, his mother took it upon herself to explicitly teach him, his girlfriend, his brothers, his buddies, and their girlfriends how to have oral sex. His mom, as Anthony put it, has a very extensive porn collection. And in case you don't know what extensive means to cover a very large area. Okay. So what does his mother do? What does mom do? His mom proceeds to pull out her porn collection and play porn tapes for them to watch. And as they're watching, she goes into graphic details about what is happening on screen. She played porn for her children and other people's children. Now, I don't care if they were 20-something, 30-something, or 40-something. This is inappropriate, and a lot of boundaries were crossed that day. Conan asked Anthony what was her motivation, and Anthony said that his mom told them that his father could not eat coochie properly, and she would be damned if her boys could not eat coochie like their father. Lady, why do you care if your sons know how to eat coochie? I'm confusion and very curious. Why was that a concern of yours? It's not like you're going to experience that with them. Or did you want to? I'm just saying. Just asking the questions because this is very suspicious. Okay. Then she said that she didn't want the girlfriends to not know how to suck cock. Again, mom of Anthony Anderson, why was it your concern on somebody else's daughter, on somebody else's child, knowing if they knew how to perform fellatio correctly or not? Very, very concerning. Okay. Miss Ma'am, these young ladies are not your children. You have no right to teach them anything of a sexual nature. I do not care. I do not care. Unless they have signed up for and paid you for sex ed classes. You need to keep your extensive porn collection and your opinion and your schooling of cunnilingus and knob slobbing to yourself. Absolutely. You are a habitual line stepper. And another thing, to share personal parental sexual encounters with your children, such as if their daddy could or could not perform oral sex properly is also inappropriate behavior, and more boundaries of crossed. I told y'all she was a habitual line stepper. Okay, stay stepping over lines and boundaries. Okay, it is not your children's business what mom and dad do behind closed doors. And as the mother of a 14-year-old of a 14-year-old young man, who will soon be in his, I'm so flustered. I'm so disgusted, y'all. I'm flustered. Okay. I will repeat that. As the mother of a 14-year-old young man who will be 20-something at some point in his life, I absolutely want to vomit when I think about that taking place between me and my child. Okay. It is not my place to graphically show my son and his peers and their girlfriends how to pleasure a woman and a man orally. And it's not. And again, I would die first before I subjected my son to something as atrocious as that. And that's embarrassing as hell. She may have thought that shit was making her cool mama of the year. Girl, you made your children look bad and you made yourself look bad, whether you know it or not. Whether them friends, buddies, and girlfriends sat there and said that to you or not, trust and believe that was not the move. Okay, so here is what I have to say about the situation. And we may agree, my friends, or we may not agree, and that is fine. But at what point do grown-ups say to themselves, I don't need to go there with these younger people in my life, my children, their friends, other children? Just there's a when you are of certain ages, you don't engage with ages that are under you in certain ways, if you catch my drift. Okay. But yeah, when they're adults going to start to say, I don't need to go there with these children who are younger than me. Keep in mind, they may be 20 somethings, but at one point in time, they're still of age. There's still the space in between that friend group that says these are still children to me. I don't care if you're 60 and they are 40. They're still the age of children to you. Technically, not everybody is grown, but certain things just don't need to be touched about. Okay. Because I have a 25-year-old daughter who I'm very close to. That is like my mother. That's my bestie. Okay. And I would never sit there and say, hey, baby girl, come here and let mama show you how to put this phallus in your mouth and suck on it properly, because I can't have you running around here rampant, not knowing how to suck on some cock. We ain't gonna do that. Ew and vomit. Okay, so I would never and could never. It's beyond gross and perverse, and it is not my duty to go beyond teaching my children the basics of sex. Okay, yes, as a parent, it is your duty to teach your children sexual basics and safety. But after that, it is for them to learn through experience. Okay. But to pull out the full-blown pornography collection and go into graphic detail on how certain sexual acts are performed is grooming behavior. It's giving groomer. It's giving, I have groomed my children and their friends whenever I got the moment. That is nasty. And it makes my stomach turn. Period. Okay. So the teaching moments. Again, as a mother, it is my duty to teach my children the basics, to teach my children safety. But teaching moments with porn, that needs to be learned outside of my range of expertise. I do not need to know. Children get older, they will have privacy, they will learn by trial and error. Absolutely, that's the only way. So I don't care how cool Anthony Anderson thinks his mama teaching him, his brothers, his girlfriends how to eat coochie and suck cock is. I don't care how cool he thinks it is. It is not cool. It is dysfunctional as hell. Not normal. And at this point, celebrities need to just stay silent and zip their lips and be quiet, because this is way too much. And the red flags in this entire story is crazy. It's on YouTube. You can and pull up that interview. It's about 4 minutes long, the clip. I wasn't going to play it on here. Didn't want to get tagged. So again, parents should definitely school their children about sex, the basics and safety and things like that as they get older. But this ain't the way to do it with pornography. And to all the moms who think pulling out your entire porn collection to show your children just how freak nasty you are, all in the name of a teaching moment, that's not a flex. That's an abomination. And you need your ass whooped. And just like that, I'm gone. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye.